What up, homeboys? This is how you get the best weapon in the game really quickly, and that's gonna be the rarity number 8, Artian Blade. Whatever weapon type, the Artian level 8 is the best. You can also get some situational ones from the bosses in the crafting tree that are pretty decent. For example, mine right here. I got this level 8 one from Artian that is okay, I guess. But this is not the best in the game. The best in the game is Artian. So how do we get that Artian one? We need Artian artifacts. I made a video the previous day about how to get level 7 ones, and those are gonna be important for a different reason. But what we need now is to get level 8 ones. So we are gonna go right here into the tent. We are gonna go into the quest log. So there's this thing you gotta know about investigations, because investigations give you appraisals, and appraisals are artifacts and also decorations. This is also how you get the best decorations in the game, the level 3 one. I am not gonna talk about decorations because the video from yesterday is the best way to get those if you really want only decorations. But here's the thing about investigations. The way you get into an investigation to get the Artian artifacts is you look at the map and you find a boss that you wanna farm and you select it, you go here to X, create quest, and you put save as investigation. And the monster is gonna show up right here in the investigation tab and you can do it. Here's the problem, you gotta find that monster first, and that sucks because sometimes the monster doesn't spawn. So the best way to farm an investigation, because you don't have to do this over and over, we can just go here, SOS flares. We can select whatever monster we want. Now, there is quite a debate in the community at what's the most efficient monster to farm. People are gonna say LvL is the best loot. It is. Gore Magala, because a lot of people use the Gore Magala armor. That's true. However, I am gonna go on a limb and I will say that new Udra is the best boss to farm. You may wonder, why is that? Very good question. You see, I'm gonna show you what happens if I try to go to Gore Magala. The best investigations are one that got the boss and something else, like Gore Magala and Gipseros, for example, because you can see right here in the details, look at all these appraisals you can get, look at all these artifacts. The problem is that these ones are so popular that they get taken in a second. Like if I try to join here, it will not let me, because as soon as they get posted, it says right there 0 minutes, it's already full. Like let me refresh the list right here. If I try to join this one, brand new, see, it doesn't let me, it's full. There are literal hundreds or thousands of people trying to farm this thing at once. You are never getting in one of those lobbies. Another problem with Gore Magala. Gore Magala will one-shot almost anybody. If you do not have actual endgame gear, there is a good chance that the breath attack is gonna one-shot you. All it takes is people to die 3 times and you lose the quest. So that's a huge waste of time. You never know when one guy, all it takes is one guy to mess it up. So we are not gonna do that because it's a waste of time. It is not reliable. However, new Udra, temper new Udra cannot one-shot people, so it is very unlikely one guy is gonna mess it up. It is very weak, and most importantly, there is always plenty of quests that got new Udra and a second boss, which are the best rewards in the game. I took too long here when I was talking. Okay, let's do it quick. Okay, we just search for it immediately, temper new Udra investigations, and we click on it immediately this time. You have to be really quick because it will also get taken up pretty quickly, but as you can see, it is possible to get in on these ones. Should the online mode work this way? Should it like display in this way that you cannot join because they are full even though it says it's empty? No, it shouldn't, but it is Capcom, so chances are we're gonna have to live with this. But as you can see, I can fight new Udra and Artian at the same time, so I can get the maximum amount of rewards, and it's gonna be an instantly filled lobby. There's already 3 people here, no, actually 4. Okay, it's full. It's a full lobby, 4 people. It is really fast. All we have to do is kill them. Sadly, there is no Koreans in my group, so it's gonna take a while. We're gonna measure the time in a minute, okay? When you got 4 people bonking on him, he just gets knocked down constantly. It doesn't really fight back, it's great. The good thing about this quest is that anybody, even without a lot of gear, can reasonably fight these guys. People that go fight Gore Magala, they are not ready for Gore Magala. You need actual endgame gear to tank that damage, and people just join without it. I don't know, if I were Capcom, I would put like a gear requirement, like an armor requirement or something like that. If you go online and you try to go to Gore Magala right now, there's like a 80% chance you're gonna fail. Because people are gonna, one guy is gonna just die constantly. And I am not even flaming, okay? Like a lot of people do not know better because it's a new game, right? Like how could they know? Without knowing, they just ruin the quest for everybody, you know? Yeah, it's not worth doing Gore Magala with randoms on the internet. You gotta go with friends or alone. That's the way you farm Gore Magala. That's probably gonna be a different video. Okay, there goes Artian, don't forget to loot him. And there's new Udra right there. We got a cool guy here. One of these guys got a sleeping weapon. That's so broken in group play. When you get like multiplayer, they just make the boss sleep over and over. I am farming the materials right now. I am trying to make a sleeping weapon myself. So we're gonna see what we get today. Hopefully I can finish that weapon today. That would be so sweet. Udra is so easy to stun. That's what makes it so cool, man. This boss is so efficient. Also, it has a lot of tentacles and you get bonus loot if you break limbs. So that's kinda cool, I guess. Oh my god, I got one shot somehow. Or maybe I didn't. Let's play a replay here. I got no idea. I died as soon as the boss dropped. That's the worst case scenario. Let's see if I can loot it in time. This sucks. It's just like in World. It's just like in World. It's like so stupid. What a stupid system. Holy crap. Doesn't matter though. We still get the loot. As you can see right here, look at all these artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 weapon artifacts. We're gonna appraise them, okay? And they are all level 8. You can see right here. So what you want to find is 3 of the same element, okay? You need a tube, you need a blade, and you need a device. Okay, that's unfortunate. I didn't get any. I only got a sleeping tube right here. We gotta get a sleep of every one of them. But okay, 15 minutes, 11 artifacts. That's what? Let's go to the calculator. 0.7 a minute, okay? So if we multiply that by 60, there you go. We can average about 43 artifacts, level 8 artifacts per hour doing this method. Zero risk of you losing. I died to, I don't even know, play it again. And that kinda screwed me because I wanted to carve Udra to get the materials for the armor, but it doesn't matter, okay? You still get the, the reagents. I did something stupid, okay? At the very last second. You can also get like 3 decorations every time and they are max level decorations, so this is actually a really good endgame farm. The only reason I would go do Gore Magala or Arc Belt is because you actually need those parts to make your armor. That's the only reason you would do those. And even then, I would not do them online. You are just gonna die every single time. Because all it takes is one person to die 3 times, which is not a lot. Like, Gore Magala will one-shot people that are not in endgame armor, okay? So one guy getting one-shot 3 times over, it takes less than 2 minutes, okay? You are not killing Gore Magala with randoms. You either figure out how to do it solo or you get friends. That's pretty much your only choices. But anyway, once you get the 8 artifacts, you can go to Gemma right here. You go here to Forge Artian Weapons. As I said, you wanna get 3 components of the same infusion and the same element, and that kind of sucks. That's kind of hard to get, so you're gonna have to grind for quite a while. But even if you don't get the one you want, you can still do something really cool here. So let's try to make one, okay? Fire. Yeah, I cannot get all the same. Okay, there we go. So we force it. It's all attack infusion. As you can see, it's not very good, but you can actually get the Artian weapons to be the best in the game. The way you do it is very simple. You just gotta upgrade them, and the way you upgrade them, talking to the blacksmith once again, you gotta go here and you gotta dismantle your old Artian weapons, okay? This crappy Artian glaive level 2 I got for some reason. You dismantle it and you get different reagents. And then you go here to reinforce. Make sure you got the actual weapon that you want, okay? And you just upgrade it as if it were actual armor spheres. Same system. I am not gonna waste the reagents because this weapon sucks. I actually wanted a sleep one, so what we're gonna do is we are just gonna dismantle it. But there you go. If you just hit endgame and you wanna get a level 8 weapon as soon as possible, you can just make a crappy one right away and it is almost as good as all the other level 8s. But once you farm all the weapons with the element and the infusion that you like, in my case I am going for sleep and affinity. I'm gonna make a video on that tomorrow probably. You make 3 of them into a single weapon and then you just upgrade it to max level. And the way you upgrade it, once again, just crafting a bunch of crappy ones and dismantling them to use them as reinforcements to make the one max level. Either way, you're gonna be grinding this for a long time, that's for sure. If you want a quicker way to reinforce the weapon to find reinforcement points, I recommend you go check out my level 7 Artian blade artifacts that you can check out in this link somewhere in here in the video. You can get 60 artifacts per minute with that one. They are level 7 and you can just dismantle a bunch of level 7 Artian weapons and that's the fastest way to get reinforcement points. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna hit new Udra until I get my stupid weapon. That's gonna take a minute. Subscribe, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.